Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. It's 29th of December 2023 and I'm recording it around 7:14 a.m. And today we're going to look at how the year is going to end and where the market is at. And it's going to be interesting. I'm a bit apprehensive. Probably the tax loss harvesting is over because if you sell today, you're not going to get cash into your account before the end of the year. So I suspect that today we'll probably see the true colors of the market. Hoping for the best. Let's get started by getting into our TradingView platform. Here we are on the TradingView platform looking at Nasdaq Futures. And Nasdaq Futures at this point of time are looking positive. They are up 0.10%. This is not a resounding positive sign, but not bad either. If you look at QQQ, where it is in the pre-market, it's gained 0.02%, which is again a good sign. And VIX ended up yesterday around 12.59, up 0.88%. So the raising of the VIX is always a concern, but the momentum is still weak. So there is still hope that we'll be able to eke out a positive ending for the year. S&P 500 managed to stay above the support of 476.22. It ended at 476.69. So it will be very interesting whether the support holds on today. And if you look at the MACD, it's almost running parallel to the signal line, and RSI is overbought. We'll have to see what happens, because in the past also RSI had been overbought for quite a prolonged period of time. So I can't rule out the fact that today still we could raise further and aim to challenge 479.42. Dow Jones was up yesterday around 0.12%, and this morning it's up 0.3%. US dollar index is currently down minus 0.10%. And if you look at Russell index pre-market is flat. There has been no trade as such, and yesterday it lost 0.38%. And if you look at the put-call ratio, we can see that we are in the bull territory, and US oil has continued to stay within the previous day's trading range and a very narrow range of trade. And let's go on to have a look at the Magnificent Seven. I'll start off with FNGU, which contains those. And FNGU was down minus 0.50% yesterday, kind of consolidation happening out here. And today pre-market it's up 0.25%. That gives me hope. And if we were to look at Meta, which is one of the Mag 7, it was up 0.14% yesterday. Even though the candle is red, it just indicates that it opened higher and ended down. So that's why the candle is red, but it was up 0.14%. Today pre-market it's up 0.17%. A pretty good sign. Amazon was up 0.03% yesterday, and this morning it's down minus 0.03%. So it's not looking great. But if you look at the MACD and the momentum, I think momentum is pretty good. It's a bit flat, but we should be consolidating, and this consolidation is coming on a bull channel, so I think it has to break out upwards. That's my thought out here. And if we were to look at Netflix, you can see that Netflix was down minus 0.26% yesterday, and pre-market also it's down minus 0.26%. So definitely a bearish trend for Netflix. I can see that the momentum is still high and the MACD is still bullish, and we have the support from all the exponential moving averages. So hopefully we make a turnaround today later on when the market opens. And Microsoft was up 0.32% yesterday, and pre-market it's up 0.9%. Well supported by the 9-day exponential moving average. It's in fact hugging the 9-day exponential moving average almost for as long as you can see. It's hugging the 9-day exponential moving average, and momentum is also pretty decent. It's moving upwards. MACD is also moving towards the signal line to be bullish, so I'm looking good I mean, Microsoft is looking good to me. And if you look at Apple, it was up 22.22% yesterday. Pre-market, it's already up 0.11%. Google was down minus 0.11% yesterday and down minus 0.09% pre-market. It's around 7:19 a.m. in the morning. Things can change later on, but this is what it looks like right now. Oh, we also have to look at NVDA, which is part of the FNGU, and NVDA was up 0.21% yesterday, and it's up 0.37% already today in the pre-market dates. And we have a cup and handle target for NVDA, which is at 543.58. Will it continue to move up and meet that target? Only time will tell. And I'm going to look at AMD, which is up 1.84% as of yesterday, and this morning pre-market it's up 0.48%. So RSI is overextended, and MACD is super bullish. Volumes are also pretty decent, so things are looking good overall, and I'm hoping that today we'll have a good day for genomics. Let us look at where we ended yesterday. IMTX was down 0.83%, having been a gainer in the previous day. It's previous 4 consecutive days. There's been a bit of profit taking, in my opinion, out there. RSI was also just about getting overbought, and it was pushed downwards, and MACD is still bullish. Momentum is still pretty good. IMTX can turn around a little bit. Genomics was down minus 1.90% yesterday, and pre-market today it's up 0.97%. Prime was up 1.49% yesterday. Pre-market, there have been no trades. DNA was flat yesterday, and pre-market also it's flat. There have been trades, but it's flat. ALLO was up 2.19% yesterday, and pre-market it's up 0.61%. ARKG was up 1.69% yesterday, and pre-market today it's up 0.26%. It's around 7:21 a.m. in the morning. And the volumes have been very high yesterday, pretty strong improvement in the price, and the MACD is also absolutely bullish. Momentum is just about overbought, so probably you might move sideways with ARKG. PACB is up 2.68% as of yesterday, and pre-market there have been no trades. PACB has been stopped by this resistance at 10.37. Let me just mark that red. So we had to break through that today, and I think there is a very good chance that we can do that because the indicators look pretty good. Illumina was down minus 0.28%, and pre-market it's up 0.02%, and this support at 141.43 has been at work, and it's been supporting us for the last 2 days, and hopefully it will maintain today also. The main challenge here is that the RSI is overbought, but there have been instances where stocks have gone above that and stayed above for a while. That needs to happen in order for us to stay above the support here. Today we'll find out what is going to happen. And if you look at the MACD as well, I had drawn a support line for MACD and a resistance line. So this is a resistance line, and there are very few times that the MACD has gone above that with regard to Illumina. So Illumina is really pushing really hard on all cylinders. You can see that the market intends to pull up and regain lost value because the Grail solution is already there. A decision has already been made. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens today with this. Bluebird is absolutely down and it's consolidating. It was up 0.71% yesterday, and pre-market it's down minus 71%. So that's where we have Bluebird. And VERV was up 1.91% yesterday. Again, this morning it's up 0.40%. MACD and RSI both are looking great. Momentum is also looking good. So I'm happy about VERV. And if we were to look at VERV, the only resistance it has got is the 200-day exponential moving average right now. So VERV is looking strong. CRISPR Therapeutics was down minus 1.02% yesterday. This morning it's up minus 0.23% already. And we have a resistance out here which is at 66.36, and the support is the 9-day exponential moving average, which is sitting at around 63.85. So that's the lay of the land, and momentum is above average, but it's a bit weak. And MACD is turning towards the signal line in order to cross over to the bullish side. Volumes have been very slim. So CRISPR is going through a period of consolidation, in my opinion, and the support from the 9-day exponential moving average is pretty strong at this point of time. Beam was up 1.20% yesterday, no pre-market trades, and it's been restricted by the horizontal resistance at 29.41, coupled with the 200-day exponential moving average, which is sitting at 29.68. So we had to see a lot of efforts on part of Beam in order to break through this combined resistance, but it seems that it may have a little bit of a challenge because the momentum still needs to pick up, and I can see that the momentum had been looking up yesterday, so I'm hopeful that today the MACD will cross over the signal line into the bullish side, and Beam will definitely gain today. And if you look at NTLA, it was up 0.09% yesterday. Pre-market, it's up 0.72%. It's on a bull channel. It's got support from 3 of the exponential moving averages. In fact, it's trying to break through the 100-day exponential moving average, which is at 31.89, which is this yellow line. And it's at 31.77 right now. Momentum is also picking up. MACD is also bullish. It has got to break through that resistance today. Editas was down minus 0.29 yesterday, and it's up 1.45% this morning. A lot of consolidation happening up here on a bull momentum. So it has to break up on the outside, in my opinion. Momentum is just above average, and it's picking up. MACD, however, is very bearish. It needs to change over. It's all dependent on the momentum. Let's hope for the best for today. Caribou Biosciences was down minus 0.51% yesterday, and pre-market there are no trades. NVTA was up 0.36% yesterday, and pre-market we are seeing a jump of 3.11%. And that's a very juicy jump for this stock. Of course, the base being very small, we'll not see too much of cents going up, but as a percentage, it looks pretty good. And if we were to just zoom in to see what's happening in here, we can see that the 9-day exponential moving average is still providing support, and the 100-day and 200-day exponential moving average are still resistance. And the next horizontal resistance is at 1.06. So I think at this point of time, it's NVTA is a sub $1 stock, and they should potentially be getting to hear from the New York Stock Exchange about improving their stock value. Probably a reverse split might be on the works, so we have to watch out for that. So friends, that brings me to an end of today's session, and I think as far as my game plan is concerned, I'm doing absolutely nothing. FNGU for me has been profitable. CRISPR is also still profitable, and I'm going to hold on, not changing anything at all. Loss harvesting is also over as far as I am concerned. So just looking forward to the next year, and I would like to invite our audience to give their own ideas on what's going to happen to S&P 500 next year. I want to share with you a graphic out here which talks about the S&P 500 targets from various analysts, and I would like your opinion, and it will be a fun game for us. Please put your projections for S&P 500 for 2024, and we'll revisit that at the end of 2024, and hopefully our channel is strong enough to give some gifts to the winner at that time. Well, here I have a spreadsheet in which I have compiled all the S&P 500 year-end forecast for 2024. And if you look at the justification here, I've just given the justification for the top and the bottom because that's what makes sense. It will not take too much time to go through this. Oppenheimer is saying that S&P 500 will end 2024 at 5,200. And for reference, let me give you an idea of where S&P 500 is at this point of time. Current S&P 500 reading is at 4783.86, and Oppenheimer is saying that it will go all the way up to 5,200 by the end of 2024, and their reasoning is that the S&P 500 price target is coming from an earnings projection of $240 per share, representing growth of about 9% from 2023 levels and a price to earnings multiple of 21.7 times. So that's where they are coming from. And FundStrat, Tom Lee, whom I'm following more often, he's also talking about 5,200. And as far as he is concerned, he thinks that most of this gain is going to come in the second half of the year as the Federal Reserve shifts from inflation war to business cycle management, which according to him means interest rate cuts are more likely next year. So his focus is on the expectation of 6 interest rate cuts that the market has got. And I'm afraid in that area because I don't think Fed is going to cut 6 times. They are just talking about 3. So there is a mismatch of almost 100% out there. So there could be a bit of volatility, but 5,200 is the top end of the scheme. And then you have Deutsche Bank with 1,500, BMO with 1,500, Goldman Sachs also with 1,500, RBC and Bank of America with 5,000, Barclays at 4,800, Evercore at 4,750, Wells Fargo at 4,625, UBS at 4,600, Morgan Stanley at 4,500, and JP Morgan is the most bearish at 4,200. And they are citing high equity valuation, high interest rates, weakening consumer, rising geopolitical risks, and a potential recession give it little confidence that stocks will move higher in 2024. So they are expecting S&P 500 to actually lose more than 583.36 points from where it is right now. So that's the range at which people are across the board. And it's very easy to see why it is so difficult to predict the market, because I bet all of these companies have got highly paid, well-experienced analysts, and all of them have got different models which is giving them different results. So I think as retail investors, we are not at a loss, because it's at the end of the day, it all seems like a gamble, basically because the market consists of millions and millions of people looking at various different kind of data and data models, and hence they end up being bullish or bearish or somewhere in between and not making any moves. The aggregate of all those things is what determines where the market goes, and our ability to be in sync with that is what would make us break even, and our ability to be able to anticipate that is what will help us to be able to make some profits. So I think it's a matter of chance. At the most, we can use technical analysis to see this aggregate movement of the market and try to predict where it goes. But as we say, that market may not be necessarily wise all the time. They may have knee-jerk reactions. So fundamentals come into play. But many times, market ignores fundamentals as well. So here we are. This is the predicament that a retail investor finds themselves in. I would like to hear from you what you think is going to be your target for S&P 500 for year-end 2024. And at the end of 2024, we'll pick up all those comments and we'll see who the winner is. And if our channel is strong enough, there'll be a gift for the winner. With that said, I'd like to bring this video to an end. Happy New Year to you all. Bye for now.